Hello, everybody.
Oh, man, settle in.
Settle in. What a day. What a day. What is, everybody? Merry Oakmas.
Merry Oakmas.
Presented by Miller Lite. What time is it, boys?
Miller time.
Indeed it is. We're also the Toyota Lounge, driven by your Front Range Toyota stores. Toyota, the official vehicle of DNVR. It's December 15th. Gosh, I love that we get to celebrate this. Will we celebrate it after Yoke is gone? 10 years from now, I mean. We'll still celebrate it.
I think we kind of have to.
Day.
We kind of owe our entire lives to this guy, so I think it's only right.
And we're actually having a game for a rare game on Yokemas, which is fantastic. What a big night, though, man. Nuggets, Rockets. You could argue this is the biggest game of the year. It's certainly the biggest game since the last Rockets game. And it's kind of a measuring stick day for the Nuggets. I'm very excited. You got Julian Strawther coming back. All kinds of good stuff. Harrison Wynn's in the building.
Man, I'm excited for this game. Of course, we're on Yokemas for the first time since 2021. There hasn't been a Yokemas game since 2021. Nuggets 3-1 on Yokemas.
3-1?
Historically.
Wow. Well, you're saying since Jokic.
Yeah, of course. I mean, we don't recognize December 15th ever happened. It was not even a date on the calendar before December 15, 2016. But I'm hyped for tonight, and we play the Houston Rockets. Great matchup.
There's like a million storylines tonight, man. It feels great. Superstar Devs here.
Merry Yokemas to everybody that celebrates, and it just feels right for them to play on Yokemas. That should be something that they do. That could be the one complaint they have of the year of like, hey, we have to get a game that's on December 15th. It just makes sense.
Somebody said we might have to do some Rakia. They might be right. They get a win.
Hey,
we
man.
might have to bust out the Rakia.
Rocky on a Monday? Only on Yokemas.
Only on Yokemas, man.
So, also, just to throw this out there, it would need to be a crazy high game, but if Jokic gets 16 assists tonight, he passes Kareem for most assists all time by a center.
Wow. Only 16 away.
16
To
away.
tie?
To tie.
Okay, so 17.
17
It
to
would
beat.
take
All right,
a
career
little
high.
Yokemas miracle for
You know
that
what?
to happen, but
It could
it's
happen.
on the table.
Last time they tried to make Jokic score, and he scored, so you never know what's going to happen. Let's get into the game notes, man. It's a big one. Well, you know it's a big one because it's late.
Only a half hour late.
Not the worst.
Not the worst. 7:30 start tonight, and big news on the injury front for the Nuggets. Julian Strawther available to play. I don't know if he'll be in the rotation, but he is back after missing, a while.
Yeah.
The last several weeks with this back injury, but he is back and ready to go. We'll see if David Adelman throws him into the rotation today. You could tell that Adelman seems excited to have him back, at least. At practice the other day, he said he hopes this is the week Strawther's back. He was non-committal on if it would be today, but it seems like it is. He's available.
Well, one thing that was interesting, Dev, at practice yesterday, he talked about, he's doing some drill work. He's been going full speed, this or that. And he goes, and somebody asked, is he ready to play? And he said, well, we won't know that till he plays because it's one of those things where does he take a hit, like a real live game hit, and now it hurts again, which I thought was interesting. It's almost like saying he's as good as we know, but he's going to have to play for us to know if he's actually good.
I mean, for him to be out for as long as he's been out, it had to be a pretty severe injury.
Yeah.
Like, he's been out for a very, very long time, and for it to be his back, you really don't know. There's no answer to it. That's why I think everybody held their breath when there was a Michael Porter Jr. on the team or a guy that's going through a back injury, because there's no way to just say, I'm good to go. All those in-game, situations actually changed that. So I'm glad that he's finally playing, or at least,
Available
to play right now.
This is a tough one to come back in, though, don't you think?
Absolutely.
It's like Houston Rockets.
I don't expect him to play.
Really?
But he's with the team, and he's finally, available.
You think he plays? They've only got 8 guys they really go to.
I think it might depend on how the game goes. If they need offense and that's glaring and obvious, I think Adelman will go to him. if the Nuggets are in control of this game throughout, maybe he doesn't.
You know, I thought another thing that was interesting about practice yesterday, and by the way, Nuggets, a bunch of practices, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday practices.
4 practices in the last 6 days.
It's kind of cool, man, that they got this much time. We'll talk about here in an upcoming segment. But one of the things I thought was interesting was I asked him about Jalen Pickett. I was about to say he was asked. I asked him about Jalen Pickett. Of course, 3 days of practice. I waited till day 3.
Sure.
But asked him about what he wants to see from him, and he had an interesting thing. He said, he's been a point guard his whole life. He's been on ball, but what I want to see from him is to shoot more. And he's going to be basically saying he's going to be an off-ball player, and so I want him to be really aggressive, looking for his shot when he catches it, and not worry about running the team. And it's kind of funny because we've been arguing the opposite. Like, if you're going to put him out there, why is he in the corner?
Right.
But it sounds like he's saying no. That's his role on this team. It's not point guard, but knock down your shots.
I mean, that doesn't really make a whole lot of sense to me, considering the lack of true point guards they have on this team. But I mean, I do trust Adelman with his assessment there for sure. And to his and Pickett's credit, Pickett has had a pretty quick trigger on threes.
That's the other thing is he was almost making it sound like he's not shooting enough, and I was like, I feel like
he's
getting
shooting a lot.
I feel like he's shooting once he touches
definitely
it.
has been looking to get it up, but that is interesting.
Some notes from practice there for you.
David Adelman also, he says the Rockets, look, they bring a lot of problems physically on both ends of the floor.
Love it.
Offensively and defensively, Houston's the number 4 offense in the league, the number 2 defense. They're coming off a win over the Clippers. They've won 3 out of their last 4. They also lost to the Mavs like the Nuggets did. And Houston 15-6 overall. And David Adelman said, look, if we have to, we'll also play Jokic and Big Val together. He didn't call him Big Val.
He didn't say Big Val?
I don't know. He didn't.
He say Twin Towers?
I think he said Valanciunas.
Okay.
Yeah.
He really wants to go. It's hilarious how much he loves this. He mentioned it at practice the other day, too, about wanting to go to the double big lineup. I mean, it does make sense. Tonight would be the night to bust it out.
I think he has fun with it and the different variations that he could bring out there when they're both on the floor at the same time. It's not something that you're going to go to for a long time, so it's going to be those I'm just trying to experiment. But I do think that he enjoys having them out there at the same time.
Yeah.
And I would believe that Big Val wanted that to happen. I want to be out there a couple of times.
I mean, who wouldn't want to play with you?
Exactly.
They haven't done it for so long, though, that it feels like a tough game to throw it out there. Houston knows they're double big, man. That's how they like to play, so they know what they're doing in those minutes. Denver doesn't.
Yeah, but you only could get better if you do it.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? So you need those moments right now.
No surprise, typical starters from the Nuggets: Jamal Murray, Cam Johnson, Spencer Jones, Peyton Watson, Nikola Jokic.
Are you talking about the best offensive starting 5 in the history of basketball?
That's exactly what I'm talking about. That's played over 100 minutes.
That's played at least 100 minutes.
Yeah. Since 2007.
A couple qualifiers on there, but it's all right.
Hey, they're a better offense than the death lineup of the Warriors from 2015.
What are we looking for? Is that all the notes here?
That's what I got for game notes, yeah.
How big of a game is this?
It's a huge game. The Nuggets can do a lot of things in this game. They can dispel the narrative and what's been a very true narrative that they can't win at home. They can tally one of the best wins of their season on their resume, and they can win a game that I think will get a lot of people talking. The Nuggets took care of business on that 4-game road trip, those 4 games away from home, 4-0. Good. They were supposed to win all those games. They did. This is a game tonight where it's a marquee opponent, the Rockets, on kind of national TV, Peacock. But if you look at the slate of games, I was looking at the schedule coming into the office tonight. There's no games tonight.
There's a couple good ones, though.
But the only other good one is just being played before
Nuggets,
right. Rockets, Celtics, Pistons, also on Peacock. So everybody's going to be watching Nuggets Rockets tonight. And I just have a feeling if the Nuggets look really good, people are going to be talking about them.
This is definitely, and if they look bad, people are going to be talking about the Rockets.
Correct.
It's like one of the two. This is definitely a narrative night. And it's funny because they play again on Saturday.
Right.
And we've seen this before where it's like the first game matters. Second one is like, well,
the Nuggets could lose by 30 tonight, then win by 30. But everybody will just say how much they suck.
100%. I don't even know if Peacock is that more national television or less than national television? Do you know?
It could be more, but just because it's like a niche audience. Like you have to have
just like the people that are online are going to be watching.
Yeah. Anybody could watch it if it's on like ESPN and things like that. But
that's
I think
national television.
Yeah, but with it being like this is only NBA heads, basketball people that really care.
Yeah.
So I think that makes it a little bit more right now, and then all eyes being on you right now. I think that changes, because you do talk about the narrative week and what could come of it. If, like, let's say Jokic just has a monster game like he's been having on Jokmas,
right?
I mean, that could do something for you. But if he plays, not so well, maybe he moves down in this imaginary MVP thing right now.
By the way, straw poll went out today. I voted right now in the straw poll.
Oh,
so I'm not going to reveal my vote
coming
just yet. But the straw poll is coming, and it was supposed to be before today's games. I know some people will hand it in late,
right?
But it's supposed to be before today's
Well, that's
games.
what you love about the straw poll. Everybody knows when the straw poll's out because everybody talks about it on the pods.
The pods.
Everybody's like,
The
"Oh
pods
man,
go
I got
crazy."
my straw poll voted.
Yeah.
It's coming."
You gotta stay tuned to find out what happens. 18-6 Denver Nuggets, 16-6 Houston Rockets. This would put Denver. Technically, Denver's one game ahead of the Rockets, but only because they've played two more games. In the loss column, they're the same. If Denver wins, they build a 2-game lead over the Rockets, which I feel is kind of a big deal. I know it's too early, but it's a big deal. If you lose this one, you're essentially tied, but you have one more loss. And by the way, you drop all the way down with the lowly Lakers and Spurs with the same record as them. So this is like a big swing. Own the number 2 spot, everybody else looking way up at you, or tied for the 4th, 5th spot.
Also, you don't want to lose to them again. You know what I mean? Like, that actually drops you even lower. And we already know how close this, race is when it's all said and done. That could be the difference.
Yeah.
So right now you could build. You also need to get back to winning at home, which Denver desperately needs to do. If you beat a Houston team at home, I think that makes up for some of the losses that they have with this being such a big game. So you want to get back right, but you want to build some type of separation right now.
Nuggets also have the second longest win streak in the NBA. They have a 4-game win streak. The New York Knicks currently a 5-game win streak because Oklahoma City lost. Denver, second biggest win streak, can tie the biggest win streak tonight, which is always kind of cool. Also, just 5-game win streaks are nice. That's how you
especially for us. Yeah,
it's almost as big as one as you can get.
We're no Toronto Raptors though.
Kale, do you have the clip from practice? I thought David Adelman had a very interesting response to a very well-framed question.
So you guys get a couple days to make this like a playoff game. Houston, same thing. Does that make this game more revealing in your opinion because, both teams will tailor what they're doing?
I think so. I do think there are variables in the sense of health. We don't have our full group. They have guys, I think Eason may come back and play tomorrow, so that kind of messes with their rhythm, if that makes sense. But it is at this moment in the season, it's a big game, and they're all big, but this one is a team that we know, if anybody watched the first game we played, it's a high-level basketball game. So we have to bring the right intensity, and the physicality is going to be ramped up, which is how they play. And then they have one of the greatest offensive players ever lived. So there's a lot of stuff to look forward to as a fan to watch. Coaching against it, not so much.
So think about this, Dev. Both teams extremely rested. One game in the last 8 days.
Yeah.
On top of that, 4 days leading into this one, so that's like both teams got to game plan and say, okay, it's not just any game. Here's what we're going to do. And then, by the way, they play each other again on Saturday, so you put a little extra time in. I think this game is very meaningful because of that. A lot of times in the NBA season, you're just playing your style. You don't game plan that much. This one, I think both teams are going to try to come into this game saying, we might play them in the playoffs. What do we think it's going to take to stop them? Let's experiment.
A meaningful game with time in between to just lock in on that specific team and then play them again. That's playoffs.
Yep.
That everything about that is the playoffs. And this game is going to matter for both teams. They're going to want to go on the road and get a big win against a team that they could play in the playoffs. Denver wants to, win at home and continue their streak of winning. But you also are not going to I don't think there's going to be any holding back, in this game. It's not like you're going to hide specific things. Denver, they have to try to win as many games as possible without their starters out there right now. So they're trying to work their way back into it. And then Houston is trying to get some chemistry with this team as they, don't have a point guard. They're trying to figure out different positions and just a new role. So I think that, this is a huge game right now, and it is going to feel like a playoff game.
Yeah.
You just look at who the Rockets are starting. Durant, Sengun, Jabari Smith, Amon Thompson, and Josh Okogie. lot of length, size, and physicality defensively. I mean, just
Athleticism
Okogie
too,
and
man.
Thompson are going to be hounding Murray all night. It's going to be a big test for Denver's ball handlers and, whoever they bring in off the bench to run point, Bruce Brown, Jalen Pickett.
I think the key factor, the X factor, if you ask me, is Peyton Watson. Because if you recall in game 1, he shut down Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant did not have a good game, and he is. I think his best matchup is a Kevin Durant.
Yeah.
That's the best player that he is designed to be able to go and guard. They know each other. They work out together. So there's a relationship there. But I have to imagine the Rockets looked at that game and said, all right, we need to find out how real that is. Like, let's have a game plan now around attacking Peyton Watson or just getting him switched off. And that's something I'm really looking to is Peyton Watson, does he have the same impact in this game as he did in their first matchup?
Yeah, I think that he's important on both ends of the floor. You just talked about that physicality and how the length is going to, try to deter Jamal Murray. It seems like that Peyton Watson has been the guy that's been bringing the ball up the court as of late, just to get that pressure off of him and starting Jamal down so that he doesn't have to be the one that's going through that. You also have a matchup that he feels very comfortable with. In the young guys that are very athletic, not just Kevin Durant, but it matches up with Kevin Durant. He's motivated in this game every single time out. So I do think that this is an important Peyton Watson type of game, but that's the X factor that he's been this entire year.
Yeah. The other guy I think that I'm looking at tonight, Jokic murdered Sengun in the first one. And Sengun's got the better of Jokic in some of their matchups with Turkey over the summer. He's gotten the better. But Jokic was ready for that matchup and was aggressive. And I'm so curious, is Sengun come out more aggressive? Is it Jokic? Jokic knows it's time to turn it up. Any of these things. I'm just so curious if they won because of how assertive he was and how dominant he was.
Yeah. I wonder if Jokic knows about Jokic.
Oh, he does for sure.
I mean, it's kind of become a thing. The Nuggets have been really pushing it.
The Nuggets account had it today. I don't think he wants to know. I think he's probably annoyed
He's
at the
probably like,
idea.
that is the stupidest thing
That's
ever.
so dumb, man. So dumb.
His wife is like celebrating Jokic at home before the game.
She has cookies.
But I do agree with you that, Sengun got bullied a little in that first matchup. He's going to come out hot tonight.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if he's going to play, like if he's going to be like in rhythm, but he's going to come out aggressive. Like, he's going to look to make a statement in that first quarter. I expect like Sengun to really try to go at Jokic tonight.
I hope so. Also here on the docket, guys, so I think it's going to have a playoff feel, but also on the docket tonight, Julian Strawther does make his return, and he's missed a lot of time. Jalen Pickett had not been in the rotation very much. He has been for the last, 2 or 3 games. It hasn't been very long, and I actually thought Pickett was starting to get a little bit of a rhythm, play kind of well. There's a part of me, and of course this is go figure, it's me. I'm always rooting for Jalen Pickett to get minutes. I think he's a good player. Yeah, it's just been 2 games. Mm-hmm. There's a part of me that kind of hopes they stick with it and don't necessarily go to Julian Strawther too much. There will be games where he's called for, but I think Pickett might, he guards, he can knock down shots too, and he's not as loud. Like Julian Strawther's loud, sometimes great, sometimes terrible. Jalen Pickett usually is quietly good, quietly bad, and I would almost take that from my 9th man.
This is not a work Julian Strawther back into the lineup type of game.
No, it is not.
It's going to be a physical game. They're going to get out and run. They're going to bang. I just don't think that you just put him in this type of matchup and environment. But with Jalen Pickett finally getting something going, finding a rhythm, and we talk about these type of teams that's going to try to wear you down, it's going to be up to guard play, taking care of the ball, making sure you run your sets and your offense, and Jalen Pickett answers that question. He also provides spacing with his 3-point shot that's been on right now. So I don't think that you messed that up right now. You have something there. You need good guard play. He's been providing that. Don't take that confidence away from him right now.
Yeah. I do wonder, though. I mean, this Rockets defense can be a little suffocating. I wonder if you just kind of do need more of a game breaker type who, can really change the momentum of in the feel of a game like tonight. Pickett is definitely the safer option. He has the higher floor for sure. You're pretty confident he's going to give you solid minutes. Julian, you could throw out there, especially in his first game back, he could be a disaster. You go minus 10 in 2 minutes and you lose the game. So there's definitely way more risk that comes with him. But we've seen in the past, Julian Strawther is a guy who can win you a playoff game.
Right.
Like he can have those moments and he can have that impact. And I just wonder if maybe we see him a little tonight just because the Rockets defense can really lock you down and kind of slow up the game. And you just might need that guy who can break the defense open.
Well, you might also just be going to a 10-man rotation. I mean, Denver was doing that a lot when they had 10 guys. As they've had to get a little bit tighter here. There have been a lot of rest leading into this. They play again on Thursday, so they get 2 nights off after this. It's one of those nights where you're probably not afraid to play Jokic 38, 39 minutes because of all the rest coming in and all the rest on the other side. But maybe they'll go to the 10-man rotation. Do you expect him to be good if he does play?
No. And it's not a him thing right now. First off, I don't feel like he was playing that well before this. But you can't just jump right into it and just pick it up and just be good, especially with the back injury. I just don't see that happening. I do think that there's sparks that they can have, and that second unit is going to need some scoring, some spacing with his jump shot. But I just don't see him just jumping into this specific matchup and just being ready to go.
We'll see what happens tonight. Let us know in the comments. Also, if you're in the Toyota chat right now, we do have a new emoji. It's a yoke miss emoji. I think it's the only day we can use it. Might as well use it. So if you are a Supporters Club member, go ahead and throw some yoke misses in the chat. Bring us a little luck. Our pregame picks are presented by Bet365. Download the Bet365 app. Deposit $10. Place a bet of $5. Get $150 in bonus bets. Must be 21 or older, physically located in Colorado. Please gamble responsibly. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem and wants help, call or text 1-800-GAMBLER. Dev, was this an easy or hard game to bet?
This is such an easy game to bet right now. Just such an easy bet. You're not going to have to call that number after this one. I'm going to tell you that right now. All right. The Nuggets come into this game as 1-point underdogs.
What? At home?
They're at underdogs at home.
Bro.
It's trifling.
Bro,
It's
Nuggets,
trifling.
take this personally, man.
They messed up, man. It's time for Denver to get right. They're going to get right at home. This is the game that they do.
They have been losing at
The
home.
books know they can't win at home.
I like the Nuggets +1 in this one. I'm going to take them at money line.
You know
Might
what?
as well do it.
I'm with you, Dev.
Might as well take the
Money's
money line.
in.
I think this is going to be a high-scoring game. The over-under is at 237. It's a close game. It's going to be a battle right now. I think they're both going to be able to score. I'm going to take the over. On the other side, where we're going to start with is Jabari Smith, over 14.5 points. I mean, he's in that starting lineup. There's another starter out for them that gives him more shot opportunities. I just feel like it's going to be a personal matchup everywhere else. He can score. He's better than I thought, honestly. I've been watching a little bit more. He really can knock down the 3 ball. He gets going in a hurry. I mean, I think 14.5 points is too low. They've also been playing Aaron Holiday a ton lately.
Yeah.
He's good. He's good in this matchup. I think he'll be able to score 7.5 points. It's at plus money. I like that. I'm going to take
Reed
the
Shepard
over.
went off last time, remember?
He went crazy. I don't want to see that again.
I know.
That was the difference in the game.
It really
Don't wanna
the
see
only
that.
reason it was close, really.
It really was. On Denver side of things, for our 3-pointers bet, I'm unsure who set this line, but thank you.
Was it trifling?
Bet365.
Was it trifling?
It's trifling. They have Cam John at 2.5. He ain't hitting that. Let's go under. Let's go under on
Haters
this
zone,
one.
man.
I
You're
just
back
don't- I just
fading
don't think
Cam
it's
You know what?
on a
Hey,
3-pointers
that's
bet.
Dev's bet. I'm going to go on the other
Yeah,
side
I'm
of
going
things.
on the other side,
I'm going to go
too.
on the other side of things for Dev. You make your bet. I'll make mine.
My bad. I just think that this is an under game. If I
plus
have to
value,
go
too.
with the over, the one that I truly do love, Peyton Watson, over 19.5 points, rebounds, and assists.
Nice.
This is a line that I truly
Nice.
do like. Anytime I could get a Peyton Watson bet with Durant on the court at the same time,
Yeah.
I'm taking it. It's just an easy one to just lock it in. I also like his points at 12.5. He does it all in this game, but he really is motivated to score. They dare him to shoot. So he's going to be able to shoot a couple of those shots, and he's motivated in this game. I like Jamal to get at least 6 assists. I'm going to take the juice as an enhancer. I just think that he's been in a rhythm. He gets the ball so much. They're going to force him to take the ball out of his hands so he could get the assist early on. So I'll take that. I also like his combination of points plus assists at 30 for Jamal. So I'm going to take that over. Tim Hardaway Jr., he steps up in these type of matchups where you're asking if he has it, if he's going to step up in the close games. This is a Tim Hardaway Jr. Let's get 10-plus points. I think he knocks down a couple of shots. I like Jokic over.
Man, there's a lot of bets. You went all out tonight.
I mean, this is a big night
This is
for
a big
Dev.
game.
Yeah.
It's like
Big
12
game.
bets right
Dev's
here.
really stepping up his game for Jokic right
Come
now.
on, it's Jokic, man. I have on the sweater and everything else. You already know exactly what my lock is.
Okay. Let me
It's
hear it.
Jokic over 28
Oh, let's
and
go.
a half
Let's
points.
go. I love when it's this one.
Shangun's not ready for
All right,
what
I'm
he's
putting
about
it
to
in.
do today.
I'm locking it in
I
right
mean,
now.
it's Jokic missed for crying out loud. We already know. I know a lot of people think it's going to be a triple-double, probably. No, he might score 50. It might be a 50 ball.
50-point soundboard double.
I think that
would
he has
take
a
that.
monster one.
I would take that absolutely, man. I love it. You got me hyped. I don't know how this game's gonna go. I feel like it's gonna be a lot different from the last one, but we'll see. Maybe it's just a repeat of what we saw. We got any super chats there, Kale?
We don't. Not on Jokic.
What's wrong with the people?
I don't know.
I'm thrown off now. Now I feel terrible about the game.
I can't believe they did it.
I can't believe they did that to us.
What's easy to forget, though, I mean, we were not supposed to have a game on Jokic.
We were not.
This is a game that was added to the schedule only because the Nuggets lost in the NBA Cup. So maybe the Nuggets actually wanted to play on Jokic instead of playing in the NBA Cup.
Yeah, that makes sense.
That's exactly how it went down.
That's exactly. Now that you put it
that's
that way,
exactly what
they-
it is.
They said, "Hey, it's going to be on Jokic, or you could go to Vegas." It was like, "Hey, it's Jokic."
I think Tim Hardaway has a big game. I like that bet from Dev. I'll take Tim Hardaway to hit a couple threes tonight. I mean, he's always going to get the shots up, but I just think this is maybe a game where they're going to need a shooter. It's less likely.
Kind of like yoke threes tonight.
Yoke threes.
mean,
Pack the paint a
Pack
little
the
bit.
paint.
It just seems like they're going to need a guy to break up that defense. I don't think it would be Strawther. Hardaway seems like he definitely is going to be a guy who gets a lot of playing time, a lot of opportunities.
Will we get a soundboard shuffle tonight?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Yes.
Are we
Yes.
gonna get a Sengun flamingo shot? They call it.
That's his shot.
That's his shot. The little one. It's like
probably-
so dumb.
You might get 3 of them.
It's like he tried to make his own soundboard shuffle. Get your own shot.
How dare
All right,
you.
we got one. What is it? How dare we? Absolutely. How dare we? All right. Everybody, it's time for us to go watch the Denver Nuggets. We're going to head over to the Watch Along set. You guys can follow us over there and watch with us. Don't watch alone. Hit the like button on the way out.
We all silly like the mayor.